Decision proposals are a primary vehicle for consultation with CDR participants in the development of standards. The DSP invites discussion and feedback on specified topics and proposals. This is a summary of Decision Proposal 327. Cyber attacks and cybercrime are increasing in frequency. To protect consumers, the Data Standards Body is proposing to modernise the authentication controls for the CDR that, in the Data Standards Chair's opinion, meet best practice security. Decision Proposal 327 focuses on how to improve the security for consumers and data holders whilst enhancing the consumer experience. Decision Proposal 327 proposes 3 phases for the Authentication Uplift, allowing data holders to support strong customer authentication methods like multi-factor authentication, making it easier for consumers to authenticate with their existing data holder apps. Detailed standards proposals on each topic will be created for consultation after community feedback is received. The first phase of Authentication Uplift will align to the non-bank lending implementation, allowing the sector to implement against the new authentication standards. In this phase, the standards will allow data holders to support strong customer authentication methods permitted by the government's Trusted Digital Identity Framework. Allow data holders to support multi-factor authentication provided it aligns to their existing digital channels. Uplift one-time password controls in line with the 2022 independent health check recommendations. Support app-to-app as a preferred interaction flow for online customers. Let consumers authenticate using their data holder's smartphone application through a seamless consumer experience known as app-to-app. Retain lower levels of authentication for offline customers only, and only until an offline customer security risk assessment has been conducted. The banking sector experience will have app-to-app authentication using multi-factor authentication with biometrics. The energy sector experience will mirror banking where a retailer offers an application. If the customer is considered an offline customer or the retailer doesn't offer an app, then the web-based redirect with a one-time password flow would be the norm. The non-bank lending sector experience will follow the banking sector. Decision Proposal 327 outlines 3 key phases to support the uplift authentication. Phase 1, non-bank lending, providing operational improvements, security hygiene, and priority improvements to consumer experience. Phase 2, enhanced consumer experience, expanding channel choice appropriate to primary use cases and improvements to re-authentication. Phase 3, action initiation, required strong customer authentication controls needed for action initiation. Decision Proposal 327 recommends the following changes to the authentication flow. Data holders must require a level of assurance 3 or above when authenticating online customers. This includes factors like cryptographically secure one-time passwords, multi-factor authentication, or a combination of other authentication factors defined in the Trusted Digital Identity Framework's Credential Level 2 category. The standards will now support the Trusted Digital Identity Framework's Credential Level 3 authenticators. This includes the combination of strong authentication factors for high-risk transactions. The standards will allow data holders to require multi-factor authentication. The standards will define a list of restricted credentials that are no longer considered safe or secure. The standards will enhance the redirect with one-time password flow. One-time passwords must now be a minimum of 6 digits and could be up to a maximum of 10 digits. Online customers can authenticate with their data holder's app. If there is no app or the customer is considered an offline customer, then the standards will cater for fallback approaches. Data holders must implement rate limiting on authentication attempts to mitigate brute force attacks. Data holders can apply the same rate limiting single approaches to their existing authentication controls. The decision proposal invites feedback on the key recommendations and options outlined in this video. The paper also seeks feedback on several key design questions. We highly encourage the community to make use of the numbering to ensure their responses are captured correctly. Success metrics for authentication methods and interaction flows will be consulted on in a future decision proposal. Thank you for contributing to the Consumer Data Standards.